Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to my morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Democrat governor candidates spare on tax policy version for state. Molly Kelly and Steve Marchand take debate stage. The Democrat candidates for governor met in a debate 1 week before the primary Tuesday night as each tried to show New Hampshire voters that they would be the right choice to take on Governor Chris Sununu. Former State Senator Molly Kelly and former Portsmouth Mayor Steve Marchand debated at the New Hampshire Institute of Politics at St. Anselm College. Both candidates aimed to show that they had the best answers for New Hampshire on the issues of immigration, gun control, and tax policy, while the panelists questioned them about possible inconsistent in their records. Kelly successfully ran for the state senate for the first time in 2006 and was re-elected 4 times. In addition to serving as the former mayor of Portsmouth, Marchand was director of corporate relations at the University of New Hampshire. Kelly was questioned about her opinions on the state sales or income tax have changed over the years. As a candidate for the state senate, she said in an interview that while tax options were on the table, but in her campaign for governor, she said she opposes both. She said the difference was in the position she was seeking. Marchand has not taken the New Hampshire pledge in which candidates promise not to support income or sales tax. He said the tax culture in New Hampshire has to change, and he said he wants to give local governments the ability to use income as a way to determine residential tax liability. The opioid epidemic was a major focus of the debate, with the candidate engaging in a roundtable discussion of what can be done to deal with the crisis of raising overdose rates. Marchand said the problem needs to be largely to be treated as a mental health issue, but recovery centers and other agencies don't have the resources to help people. Kelly said the epidemic has to be treated as an illness. She said she wants to bring people together to work on a comprehensive emergency plan to address prevention, treatment, and recovery. The opioid crisis has also put pressure on how the state handles children in crisis. The Division of Children, Youth, and Families has been under sanctity after children that were under its vision died or suffered abuse. The candidates said the opioid crisis has compounded the pressure on DCYF, and so more assistance is needed. Kelly said parents and grandparents also need to support, and she said that just sending people to jail won't solve the problem. Martian agreed again, saying that what he called the mental health crisis must be dealt with as part of any solution. The candidates agreed on several issues. Both said they support legalizing the sale of recreational marijuana in the state and said taxes on sales could provide significant revenue to the state. Both also said they support more restrictive gun laws in New Hampshire. Marchand called for longer waiting periods, approving a red flag law to allow guns to be removed from homes of domestic violence suspects, and universal background checks, including on private sales. Kelly said the focus must be to protecting children and said she would work to repeal laws that make it too easy to carry concealed weapons. She said she would support allowing communities to impose gun-free zones around schools. Both candidates also said New Hampshire should be more of a welcoming place for immigrants. Marchand spoke several times of his proposed personal experience being born and raised as an immigrant community in Manchester and said the state must push back against the hate and violence increasing being exposed against immigrants. Kelly said that New Hampshire is a welcoming state and anyone coming here deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. She rallied against what she called the sickening of inhuman policy of President Donald Trump's administration and said that New Hampshire law enforcement shouldn't be tasked with doing the job of immigration officers. Sununu is running unopposed for the Republican nomination. WMUR is partnering with the New Hampshire Union Leader and New Hampshire Institute of Politics for hour-long debates in each of the contested major races. On Wednesday night, Democrats running for the 1st District Congressional District seat will debate, followed by the Republican 1st District candidates on Thursday. The debate wraps up Friday night with the Republican candidates in the 2nd Congressional District. And that does it for my morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you back here later on today for another news report. Goodbye, everyone.